What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the JJJJound collaboration with New Balance on this 2002R in the Storm Blue colorway. This is the latest collaboration between Montreal-based design studio JJJJound with New Balance. Releasing this 2002R on October 26th, they retailed for a price of $170 US or $240 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is Storm Blue and Sea Salt, and the style code is M2002RU2. So JJJJound's collaborations with New Balance are known to be extremely understated. Essentially, you're not going to see anything too over the top, nothing too creative, and at most it's good materials with some JJJJound badging throughout the shoe. So I can say for this 2002R, that trend continues. But we'll dive into the details of this shoe shortly. First things first though, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in a white based cardboard box and we have the New Balance logo on the top in this metallic gold foil finish. And we have JJJJound branding on the side of the box, also done in gold. As far as the shoe goes, so jumping right into it, on the toe box you can see the base layer of this shoe. This is constructed out of this grayish colored mesh, and this mesh is pretty tightly wound together. Right above this we have this reflective 3M panel in silver, and we have another reflective panel on the medial edge of the toe box. Overlaid on both sides of the toe box we have this perforated synthetic blue nubuck, and then towards the side of the toe box, you can see we have another layer of reflective silver 3M. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a very soft and buttery faded or grayish blue colored suede, and this same suede covers the entire mid panel of the shoe. And then the top two eyelets, this is constructed out of a gray colored TPU. Stitched on top of the mid panel, we have the New Balance N logo, so this is constructed out of a black colored reflective 3M panel with a black suede layer underneath. And this black New Balance branding is something we've commonly seen before on past JJJJound New Balance collaborations. Moving further down, we have another reflective silver 3M panel, along with another layer of the synthetic nubuck, and we have 2002R branding pressed onto the lateral side only. Above this, surrounding the ankle collar area, we have more of that gray colored mesh, and then wrapping around the bottom of the heel, we have this perforated blue colored suede, and then above this we have another reflective silver 3M panel with New Balance branding in black, and then we have another reflective panel at the very top of the heel. In terms of laces, so these come with three different lace options. The standard or default lace is a off-white colored flat lace, but they also come with a black colored lace along with a cream colored lace as well. Beneath this, the tongue is primarily constructed out of that same gray colored mesh that we saw on the toe box. We have a layer of that synthetic blue colored nubuck, and then on the top of the tongue, this is covered in that bluish gray suede, and we have this oval shaped cutout revealing this JJJJound branding, which is pressed onto this reflective 3M panel. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a black colored liner, which feels very soft to the touch. And then as far as the insoles go, so these come with the typical foam lined New Balance 2002R insole, but it's covered in this black colored finish on top, and we have JJJJound branding pressed onto the heel in white. So the upper of the 2002R, this sits atop this foam midsole, which is painted primarily in white, but it's painted in a vintage looking cream color on the lateral half of the heel. So this midsole is comprised of Absorb and Absorb SBS, and we also have New Balance's Energy technology, which is visible on the lateral side of the heel with these gel-like pods. And this helps with impact protection and shock absorption. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so nothing too special here, this is your typical 2002R outsole, and in this case it's all crafted out of a black colored rubber. We have these grooves on the forefoot to give you added flexibility, along with this diamond shaped traction pattern, and underneath the rubber, right in the middle, we have this gray colored TPU shank plate, which is what New Balance calls their stability web technology, and this is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support, and to help prevent your foot from twisting. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my 2002Rs, so I'd recommend sticking true to size. So my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, meaning when I step on a Brannick device at a shoe store, I'm actually a size 10 in between a D and an E width. So getting these in my typical 2002R size, which is a size 10, they fit me perfectly. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also wear a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 1906R, the 860 V2, the 997, the more recent 998s I find also fit true to size, and a lot of made in UK models like the 991 and the 1500. And in comparison, I go down to a 9.5 or half size down, and a lot of made in USA models like the 992, 993, 990 V3, V4, V5, and V6. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like any other 2002R, which is a great thing. In my opinion, the 2002R is an extremely comfortable sneaker, and what I love most about this shoe is that it feels extremely balanced. When I say balanced, what I mean is that it gives you a good amount of softness, so you can feel a little bit of that squishiness underfoot, but it doesn't sacrifice support and structure. So for example, if you're going to be on your feet for many hours, you're not going to feel like your feet are sinking into the softness of the midsole, and you're still going to feel a lot of support even after a long day if you're standing for many hours. So this is just one of those silhouettes that I can wear on vacation, for example, or if I know I'm going to be on my feet or walking a long distance. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so in terms of the material quality, the suede I thought was very nice. Other than that though, this is all just synthetic materials, so we have a bunch of meshes, synthetic nubuck, and reflective panels. So in terms of the genuine materials that we got, it was great, but otherwise it just feels like any other 2002R. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, it was pretty good. The only issue I had was that the shoes came kind of pre-creased straight out of the box, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna be rocking these soon anyways. But other than that, I thought the stitch job was good. It was pretty much free of glue stains, so it really had nothing major to complain about this pair. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. At the end of the day, let's be honest, why people want this shoe is because it's an exclusive and limited collaboration with JJJJound. I don't want to be one of those negative people, but the truth of the matter is the design of this shoe is very plain, and the reason why these are reselling for 400 to 500 Canadian dollars is of course because it's limited and because we have the JJJJound branding on the tongue and the insole. Other than that, there's really nothing too special about this pair. The materials were good, but they weren't mind-blowing. But I guess in their defense, this is what JJJJound typically does with their New Balance collaborations. So if you're not a fan of this pair, then I guess you probably shouldn't be a fan of any of their past New Balance collaborations. But if you're lucky enough to grab these for retail, I think this is a nice collection piece. I just wouldn't necessarily recommend you guys to pay the secondary market prices just to add this to your collection because it is a JJJJound release. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this storm blue colorway of this JJJJound and New Balance 2002R? For anyone watching, were you lucky enough to grab these for retail? Did you take an L and pay resale for this? Or are you not a fan of this simple design and this was a pass for you? Whichever way you think about this shoe, drop a comment down below and let's talk about this. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can check out my social media accounts on Instagram at esco8, on X or Twitter at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.